What's up everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be covering all things insurance for short-term rental and your Airbnb business. I've been getting a lot of questions about this specific topic, so today I'm going to dive into all things insurance. So yeah, if you guys are looking forward to this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. As we all know, Airbnb hosting comes with a lot of risk. I have been hosting for a little over 2 years. I currently have over 48 properties, and the amount of incidents that I have seen over the 2 years has traumatized me in a way. My eyes have definitely been opened, and I've realized that if you don't have the right protection, the simplest little tiny accident could literally cost you everything, and it can be totally prevented by just having insurance. Yeah, with that being said, let's dive into all things insurance and why I think it is really a non-negotiable for your Airbnb or short-term rental business. First thing I want to talk about is why insurance matters. So obviously there's insurance in all avenues of life. You have car insurance, health insurance, and you get these things as a protectant if bad things happen. So for example, Airbnb is not just like hosting people and you're having fun and, oh, come stay at my house. No, Airbnb is a business, and especially when you're operating at such high volume, like 48 plus units, you're running a full-fledged business. It is not just, oh, I'm hosting so-and-so this weekend. No, you're running a business with a lot of factors, a lot of liability, and a lot of risk for things to go wrong. Obviously, no one wants these things to go wrong, but it is bound to happen, especially when someone else is in control. So every time you host guests, they are responsible for making sure nothing bad happens. So you're putting a lot of trust into random people who you have really no clue who they are except their profile. And you're just hoping that they don't damage your property, catch your house on fire, slip and fall, and then try to sue you. Like the opportunities for issues to occur are very, very high. So that's why having insurance is so important. Just like having car insurance. You get car insurance just in case you get in a car crash. Same thing with Airbnb insurance or short-term rental insurance. You get it just in case these issues happen. Over the last 2 years, when I tell you I have seen it all, I probably have seen it all. Parties, fires, property damage, stolen items, and also property damage to the outside of a property due to weather or due to unforeseen circumstances. Like, the list goes on. It also gives me so much peace of mind knowing that I am protected than before. When I didn't have insurance, I was always so worried about X, Y, and Z, or if this guest was going to do this, or how I was going to get my money back, or any of that kind of thing. Also, if you don't have the correct coverage, you personally could be held liable for all of these issues. So if a guest comes in and catches your house on fire, you could be held liable if you don't have the correct protection and insurance backing you. I don't know about you guys, but I do not want to be personally liable for that. Another example, say a guest comes and there's a slip and fall accident. They then could personally sue you if you don't have the correct protection and insurance in place, and it could lead to tens of thousands of dollars of money just having to go and fix these issues. So that is why insurance is important. The second thing I want to touch on is what insurance policy you need as an Airbnb host. Obviously, consult with different insurance companies. This is just based off my knowledge, but one thing I always look for is general liability insurance. So any company you decide to go with, make sure they include the general liability insurance. So I want to make sure that property damage insurance is included as well. So this means property damage to the physical property, like on the outside of it, like say there was a flood or your roof fell off, that would be property damage. And then also property damage caused by guest. So if I came in and I completely destroyed your carpet and you had to go and remove it all, that would be covered in your insurance if that policy is included. The next one I always look for is loss of income. So say a guest comes in, completely destroys the house, they catch the kitchen on fire, you're out of business for 6 months until it can get restalled and renewed. Loss of income you can get paid out for if your insurance policy includes that. A lot of these insurance companies can protect you and they say all the good things, but you want to work with insurance companies who are STR specific, because there's very specific things that normal insurance companies have gaps in that STR specific companies fill those gaps. So you really want to be cautious about what the policy includes. Those are just a couple of the really important ones I personally always look for. This is where STR specific insurance companies come into play. So things like Proper, Safely, Slice, all of these are very STR specific. The next major thing I want to cover is fire safety. With the short-term rental business, fires are one of the biggest risks that we are faced with. We're constantly hosting different people, and in all of my properties, I have kitchens. It doesn't even need to be in the kitchen. It could be a fireplace, it could be a grill, it could be anything. Fires are a huge liability and unfortunately very, very damaging if they do happen. So obviously having insurance is crucial, and if a fire did occur and you did have insurance, you would be protected in some sort of way. But fires, for the most part, can sometimes be prevented. So instead of just getting the insurance and hoping it doesn't happen, I have decided to put prevention measures in place in all 48 of my Airbnbs to do my best to eliminate the possibility of a fire ever happening. I recently just added the FireBot suppression device into all 48 of my Airbnbs, and this has just given me so much peace of mind because I'm always worried, like, oh my God, is a guest gonna catch the kitchen on fire when they're cooking their family dinner? Or, you know, maybe they buy a candle and they light a candle and they leave, and now the whole entire apartment complex is lit on fire. Like, obviously I provide fire extinguishers in my properties, but there's a lot of times where maybe they don't act quick enough, or fire extinguishers need like personal intervention. Like, you need to go get the fire extinguisher, light it, and put it out. That requires a human to be there. Sometimes people aren't there, or they leave the gas stove on. The possibilities are truly endless. So with these FireBots, one of my favorite things is there's no human intervention at all. The device actually is what puts out the fire for you. No human is needed whatsoever. So not only do no humans need to be around at all, which is great because all 48 of my properties are all over the world. So I physically can't be there to put out the fire, and sometimes guests are not around to do that either, so it's good that it just does it automatically. It's small, it's super compact, it's easy to install, it's renter friendly, which is really important for me because I do arbitrage, so I rent all of my properties. I don't own all of them, so I have to be cautious when I'm putting different devices up or installing different things to make sure that if I ever move out, I can easily remove it. And they do have a renter friendly installation process as well, which is what I use for all 48 of my Airbnb. And some of my favorite features are that it is 24/7 monitoring. So 24/7, it is ready to go. If there's ever a fire, it will automatically put it out. No human intervention whatsoever, and it is 24/7 ready to go if anything were to happen. Also very compact, so you can easily install these under your microwave. I feel like stovetop fires are a lot more likely with short-term rentals because I don't have fireplaces or anything like that, so just putting it above the stove makes the most sense for me, but you can totally put it anywhere that you prefer. It doesn't look ugly in photos, which are all important things in the Airbnb and hospitality industry. A lot more peace of mind if you tell them that it is there, so that they know if anything were to happen, hopefully the FireBot will put it out for you. So I recently ordered a FireBot for myself, which is the videos that you've been seeing. That is me installing it into my own house. I ordered one to test it before I place it into all of my units, and now I am working on installing them into all 48 of my listings, and any new properties that I get, this will definitely be included in all of them. It gives me so much peace of mind knowing that, like, if a fire did occur, which for some reason haunts me, like I think about it all the time. Unfortunately, I don't even trust myself in the kitchen. So like thinking of hosting all these people and they're in there cooking, like with the possibility of a fire, stresses me out. So the FireBot has definitely given me so much peace of mind in terms of that. I have fire extinguishers, the FireBot, and I have insurance. So we're trying our best to prevent it as much as possible. I feel like not a lot of people talk about it or know about them, so hopefully this sheds light on that for you guys. But it's affordable, it's effective, and also like fires don't only cost money. Like if a fire did occur, I'd have to pay a lot of money to get it fixed, but they also cost lives sometimes. Like there's been so many people who have died in fires, and if I can prevent that as much as possible and make sure my guests are safe, the property is safe, everyone all around will be happy. So yeah, that is a new thing that I've been integrating that I wanted to share with you guys. And the last thing that I want to touch on is choosing the right provider. I did want to give you guys a couple providers that I am familiar with in the industry. Some of them I have used in the past before, and then other ones are just really popular within the industry that I've heard good reviews about. But I definitely recommend doing research on all of them to see what is best fit for your specific scenario. If you only have a couple properties, pricing on one of these companies may be better than another, or if there's something very specific policy-wise you're looking for, make sure you do research on all of them to see which one best fits you specifically in your business. It may look different for everyone. Some of my personal favorites are Proper Insurance, Safely, Slice, and Lemonade. So those are my 4 best recommendations that I can give you guys on insurance that I recommend. I personally prefer Proper, but I've also recently started to hear good things about Safely. I've met them at a couple different conferences, and I know a lot of my students use Lemonade. I think it's a little bit more of an affordable option. But yeah, those are just some options that I wanted to share with you guys. One thing to note about those 4 options I gave you guys, they're very STR specific. So like I mentioned earlier, they're not just property insurance companies in general that, you know, mom and pa are signing up for their house in Florida for insurance coverage. These are STR specific companies who know the gaps in the market that these normal insurance companies are not covering. So all of these are STR focused, STR based, and very popular in the STR industry to help make sure those gaps are covered for you and your business. So yeah, I hope you guys learned something new from this video. I feel like this has been a very important topic I've been learning very recently. In the start of my Airbnb journey, I had no additional insurance. I solely relied on the Airbnb platform host protection, which yes, that is nice. They protect you up to, I think it's like $1 million+ in host damages, but 1, it takes forever to get paid out for these specific things, and 2, they don't cover you for everything. If there was a massive fire in my house, I highly doubt Airbnb would pay me out for the guests catching my house on fire. That's where these additional protection plans come into play. It's a lot quicker. This is all they specialize in. You'll overall just have better protection and more peace of mind. The host protection through Airbnb is good for little things, like if a guest comes and they smoke in your property and your house rules, it says no smoking. If they catch you smoking, it's $500. They'll easily pay you out for things like that, but these bigger issues, which are a possibility of happening, you just need additional insurance, and that's one thing I have been learning probably within the last 6 months, and I feel a lot more confident, a lot safer. I have more peace of mind, knowing that if anything were to happen, I have done as much as I possibly can to be the most protected, to prevent as many things as possible, like the fires with the FireBot, and just be in the best case scenario if anything bad were to happen. Knock on wood. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you guys have any questions, or if you want to check out FireBot or any of the insurance companies that I mentioned in this video, I'll put links to all of them in the description. If I have any discount codes, I'll try and get those for you guys as well and include those in the description. If you guys enjoyed, give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any specific questions, video suggestions, or anything like that, and subscribe if you're not already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!